Help me get out of here real quick. Get back to 10. It should be like, we should be right, like real close. From this way. I'm at it. Okay. Is everybody good? These are like the repeat, did she? You might have, you got water up here for them? Yeah. Clean Demi nose. Make it a little bit wetter. Like that. Hold up, Sam. Okay, I'll talk to you about a couple things real quick. Y'all check this out. I gotta give y'all one of my stories real quick before I really get to the talk. We went camping this weekend, and I said I was going to film it. I didn't. I didn't feel like it. I just felt like being in nature. I didn't feel like, you know, the energy. I didn't feel any of it. Well, I'll tell you what I did feel. Sorry, I'm trying to cool the car back off. We just came back in. Hold knock, everybody. Who's there? Who's saying hold knock up? Oh, she's driving so fast. You need to slow down, showing where to turn it. Go ahead.
Scarlett says here, hold on. Claire says hold on. And James says hold on.
Hold knock, everybody. Okay, so just real quick for this, what I'm saying. We just came back from camping, right? And from the moment I got there, I don't remember what day it was, Thursday or Friday. And from the moment I got there, I was playing Wadaka to the lake. Every night, I prayed Wadaka, but I didn't just do meditate at 8. I did meditate every time I thought about it. And y'all know the meditation. So I played Wadaka all night long. And I would have this conversation. Like I would talk to nature there. You know, since there was the 4 elements, and I would say, ask nature, do you hear us? You know, explain to nature that I'm doing what I was instructed to do. But I need a sign. I need a sign that you hear us. Within myself, not with nobody else, within myself, that our prayers are being heard, the connection with nature is being made. And this is my prayer every, what's the day? I don't know the days no more. What's the day? Tuesday. So, this is a quick story. I gotta tell y'all this real quick. So, and I was like, bring the rain, because there was no rain in the forecast, none. So I knew, I spoke to Wadaka, if you bring the rain, then I know that would be my sign. Because it was just beautiful days. High 80s, low 90s, at the water, everybody on jet skis, and you know. So Saturday, it's all Friday night. That was my prayer when I laid down. It's so beautiful because I can lay in the teardrop and look out at the lake. So Saturday, it popped up a 15% chance of rain, and I'm like, mind you, because everything was just copacetic. There's no weather, so to speak. It's supposed to be perfect days, and the rain clouds came all over this place, but it didn't rain, not one drop. Even when I left to go to the local store, it wasn't, the clouds wasn't that way. And in that moment, I knew, I mean, you know your connection, that nature is starting to respond to me. So, come Sunday, like Tuesday, Sunday, nothing in the forecast. Mind you, all Saturday night, I'm praying the same prayer. I'm playing Wadika all night and making a connection to nature. Speaking in nature. I need you to let me know that you feel me. Now, I told y'all before, I have power of the winds. When I go deep into contemplation and prayer, so to speak, and we're going to talk about, not today, but prayer, because people don't quite understand when I say prayer, what I'm talking about. But it's a universal word that we can all use, because everybody do it in one way. But your way may not be mine. So simply, prayer is me talking to the universe. Meditation is the universe talking to me. So that's prayer. And however you talk to your higher power, however you talk to source, then that's what you do. That's prayer. So Saturday, Sunday, clear skies, But mind you, all night Saturday, and I was up 2 o'clock, and then 3, like almost every hour, I was so making this connection with this place. At one point, I was almost at the point of tears to be sitting in nature like that and looking at this lake. You know what I mean? Everybody was asleep. Everybody in our party was asleep. Except for me, the puppies, the SisStars, everybody, just them. And I'm just up in observation, contemplation, absorbing, you know. I have my little side tent up where the RV door don't have to be shut. And it can be open all night. So I'm laying there at the lake. And again, Saturday night, I'm asking for the connection. I'm telling, I even spoke it once, like, I know you hear me. You know, give me a sign. You've given me a sign before through the winds. I'm asking for the water this time. Listen, Sunday came, beautiful, clear day, nothing. I don't know, I think I went to the store, came back, out the blue. They should talk about 15% chance. The rain clouds formed again like it did the night before, just over here though, over the lake. And I know it's what we talked about. So I'm down there talking to one of the people, right? And I'm talking to Alberto at this time. And he like, look, he's Mexican guy. Alberto said, look, there it is. And I was like, there, what is? The other guy, he's a doctor, I forget his name. The other guy was like, oh, and they start moving weird. I'm like, what in the hell is wrong with you? We haven't seen one of them here in years. I said, seen what? He said, look at that dirt devil. And I mind you, I do not see it at all. And I'm looking out. I see it's a little windy. I say, maybe it's past. He was like, no. And they just start running like, school me, motherfucker. so I can tell everybody else to chill. They just started, come on, baby, good boy. They just started gathering. It's going to take my awning. What's taking shit now? So I scream over to them, start putting shit up. I don't know what they talking about. Start putting the stuff up. Something coming. Something coming. I don't know what the fuck it is. But these two scary looking motherfuckers saying it's coming. So he was like, oh man, we ain't seen that here in a long time. He said, when it come through, it's going to come. I still don't. And right then when he said that, I got chills all over my body. And I knew it was my connection. I knew it. He was like, when it come through, it's going to come through. Because I was telling Nate, mind you, part of what I was saying was match my anger. I said, we're tired. We're tired of what they're doing. And is this supposed to be a short story before the talk? Y'all want me to finish this or just get straight to the talk? Y'all got to tell me, because y'all know me, I'll be gone. And y'all might not be here for today. Give me one in the chat, 3 ones, and I'll keep going. Or I'll get to the next thing. Not you, Kev. Y'all even want me to tell you was there. Okay, so what was I? So he was like, when it come, he was like, we had this in gear. So I'm like, put this shit away. Start putting stuff, something coming. Right now, I don't see nothing. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening that I see anyway. But one of the part of my prayer was, I need you to show me fury, match minds. I'm so angry what they're doing. I said, I put so much energy in prayer. Let us see that it's working. Let us see that reprogramming nature. Beautiful tree. Is that you hear us, that you hear me. Show me that you hear me. Listen, y'all. All I know is the temps and shit started like shaking a little something. I shook sand all over me. Shit started shaking. The shit started shaking some more. Shit done shook my side room off the teardrop. I got a Kelty tent on the back of the teardrop, on the galley, the kitchen part. I got a little tent that arch that creates shade over there. Nice ass $300 tent. It's not even a tent, it's a shade. Look up Kelty shades. I got the whatever that one called, the Highland, the high back road, whatever that shit is, the one $300. That's the one that was on the back of my teardrop that I showed y'all before I took it out. So that's on the back of the teardrop, right? This thing is just starting to shake like it got a demon in it. I'm like, oh shit, what to do? I don't want to, ruin my $300 tent. What to do? So I should have did what I did, because I don't know what to do. But in my ignorance, I'm thinking, close the galley door. One, close the galley door, it lost stability. So now, because it can't get away, like it's lost its mind. So I'm like, no, open the galley door back up. So for me to close the galley, this thing that's shook and bent, the poles are copper. It's a nice ass tent. The poles are not like that bamboo. It's like made of copper. It was 3 poles to put this thing up, long poles. And the copper bent, strong copper, not like the copper bent. I'm like, oh shit, so I pushed the galley back up. And that forced, because the way I put it up while it was shaking crazy like that, so it slit the tent. And I'm spoiled. I get irritated. I don't like stuff raggedy and messed up. So already that's going to trash. Fuck that tent. I don't even want it because it cut my tent. I thought later, damn, you could have just sold it. Or I'm a seamstress, you could have just sold it. Or bent the pole. I bent the poles back. It was too late because I threw the Kelty in the goddamn dumpster when everything calmed down. And then we thought about it, go back and look to see was it like really gross. Somebody else had a right through it and took the goddamn tent. So anyway, so we start moving stuff. That tent, the tents they was in, I'm telling you, them shits was made of steel. That's a good. What's the brand of that? No. I want to tell y'all so y'all can get it. Just don't get the light speed tent. That's the bathroom tent. It held up, but the poles get jammed. Anyway, So we break everything down flat. And I was standing there. I was just now it looks like a tornado. If you was there with my clothes moving, the babies are in the they in there. I think Keffanel and was in the tent, and I was just standing out there. I was like, this feels spiritual. No, and I was like, everybody getting off the water and stuff, and I knew it. So I just stood in it. I stood in it. And I'm like, no, this feels different. But that day, that's all I did. I literally just stood out there with my arms extended, the only person out there, and I just stood in it, and I absorbed that energy. I brought that energy into myself. So the next day, it's recovery. Shit all over the place. People start, getting your stuff back together, because this is happening coming into the nighttime, so you don't even know all the damage. So the guy, what's his name? Anyway, Raphael, something. Everybody talking about it like how that thing ain't been there in years, and it came through. It almost took my auntie, and da-da-da-da, and motherfuckers looking like that, and we just chilling though, clear, nothing happening. I mean, we was talking at the site. We was like, that was kind of spiritual. You felt the energy in it. I was like, what's up with this place? Look this place up. So I looked it up. Come to find out, there's a whole hospital buried under that water. All kinds of stuff going on, right? Another clear day. They was like, Ceka, you idiot, you didn't get it yesterday, so you're going to get it today. Out the blue. Here it comes. Mind you, they ain't seen it in years. Until your black ass that came down this lake, what you brought it this late. But when it started coming this time is when I realized, when it hit me, I'm like, this is spiritual. And then it hit me, no, this is your prayer. You asked for it. You asked to show fear. You asked for it. I was like, oh shit. Listen, when I realized that it was me, I went the fuck off. Because mind you, we already prepped from yesterday. We got, in case we ever see some shit like that again, instant, she just started coming, break this tick down, this one already broke, I gotta go fix it, this one trash anyway, fix this one, break shit down, nothing out. So I just closed the galley, closed the door, throw the puppies in, and I'm just out there in it. And the rain came with it this time. But I got it out, and then lightning started going around me, and I got that it was me. The more that I got that it was me, I started speaking out at this place. The more I spoke out, the bigger this shit got. The bigger it got. I started praying. I started removing disagreeable energies, and the more I did it, the more it went with me. And at the first initial part, I'm telling you, I went in. And then I started recording. And then after recording, is when the prayers really got real. So y'all see the recording. I'm gonna put it on a video. I got a TikTok channel called Ceka Truth. I put it on there. I recorded it on there so I could have it. But that was the first thing that came to mind. So it got a music on there. I'm in a windstorm, so I couldn't even tell that it had a music on there. But I'm a read in the very beginning. But I'm gonna redo it where I'll speak over that to tell y'all what I would, I'll do a voiceover on it. But it's only like for the first 30 seconds, a minute, or something like that music. And then you'll hear me more. You'll hear me praying and stuff like that. So y'all check it out. It's on TikTok, Ceka Truth. But this week I'm gonna put it out on here so y'all can see it. My point to that was, one, I just want to throw out there real quick, y'all. Nature, hear us. We are making the connection. And listen, that gave me like all kind of confidence. I don't care who didn't see it. I don't care who wasn't there. I know I brought the storm to New Mexico. I know I just fucked New Mexico up in the connection. I know that storm, those winds and those rains came out of my fury. And I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go do it somewhere else. Listen to me. Y'all stay in the connection. Make the connection to Watica. I mean, like often. meditate at 8 every night. If you did the bare minimum, it only takes about 60 seconds to do the prayer. You can extend that and do as much to that as you like. But the bare minimum is to stand in contemplation of what it feels like, look like to you. To remove all disagreeable energies and entities from the governments around the world. Focus in and see what that look like in your mind. Then you put your hand on your heart. What does that feel like? Already, you 30 seconds in. And then you just repeat 3 times. We remove all and you do it with your feeling. You remove all disagreeable energies and entities from the governments around the world. And you say it 3 times and you keep on moving. But just add your prayer to our prayer. Nature, hear us. Source, hear us. But I'm going to leave that right there because I'm going to get into the talk. Because I don't. What am I looking at? Look. My teardrop behind me, and I look like I see something on the window of my teardrop. I'll pull over in a second. See that in. So that's that. Y'all go check out the video yourself of the little bit of it I did record. What they said right here on this segment, so I can go next. I forgot to get the water. Go ahead, what they saying? Real quick.
Tony says, I hear you. Tony says, what's up, Zen Wombs? Tone Tech. Then Tony says, Zen Wombs is on point on a lot of stuff. I'm in Tucson. Hot as a mug out here.
Welcome, Arizona.
And he says, I'm late to the convo. Where are you talking about? Zen? Yesterday that wind was weird. I was outside when the wind picked up and the dust was everywhere.
Who that?
Tony. And then Tony says, yep. That's what I was thinking yesterday. And then Tony says that wind was weird yesterday. And Divine One says, I believe this. I think she means I believe this. Been trying to do meditation by 8-ish.
By what, Cal?
By 8-ish.
Oh, okay.
Tony says, yep, I sure do. Tony says, got you, sister. Energy's going out to y'all. And then Tony says, peace on earth. Tell her
even if you can't do it, like, right, go into like a whole deep meditation or whatever, or do the Wadaka and all of that, just go within. Like, you could be driving with your eyes open and just do the visualization, feel it, and say the words 3 times. If you can't even say it out loud, just say it inside. So if you can't make like the meditation that you want to make, a whole meditation, but just do it. Go ahead.
And then Tony says, tell her I'm from New Jersey. And he says, y'all are awesome blessings. And then he says, yep.
Tony could be a female or male. How spell?
Tony.
Tony could be a male. Are you male or female, Tony? Alright, check this out, y'all. So, the talk for today. So, you know that they passed the bill or the law, whatever it's called, that starting July the 26th, 2025, there is no more birthright citizenship. Tell me y'all heard about it. Who heard about that? What they saying?
Tony says, I'm a male, 51. Something, I think he said rapper for 35 years. I think that's what he said.
That's it. So, thank you, Tony. So, what they saying? I wasn't even heard about that.
Dakini says, yepers, I heard about that.
Yeah.
And then Tony says, I live in Only, Maryland years ago. My daughter was born in Laurel. And Scarlett says, yes, I heard that. And Malachi says, hold up, Ceka. And
hold up. All right, listen. So a lot of people don't know really what that means. Because you think it's applying to the current situation with all the so-called illegals in this country. And then, if they birthright citizenship, that's not illegal anyway. So that's just saying we can just basically kid sleeping people. You know what I mean by napping. We can just kid sleep people. Because if they hear by birthright, by born here, then they're a citizen. So if they erase birthright citizenship, they could just eliminate who they want. But mind you, this is about the illegals. One, what most people of all races is not realizing is if they remove that, which is the 14th Amendment, then that's going to apply to everybody. What's that comment just came in?
Tony, my son's name is Zen. I've been checking out Zen Wombs for years on and off. She's cool.
Thank you, Tony. Then that's going to apply to everybody. This is getting rid of the Fourth Amendment, which means now they're just saying fuck the Constitution in this country. White people, black people, Chinese people, nobody realized that that's talking about everybody. Because there is no birthright citizenship, it's just none. But what most people don't know, that the birthright citizenship came from Dred Scott. Look into Dred Scott, right? This 14th Amendment was about the slaves because we were not considered 3/4 of man. And so that they would stop what they were doing to us. That clause was added to the 14th Amendment was added for birthright citizenship. You're a citizen if you're born here. So what all these black people all over TikTok talking about, well, we ain't helping y'all, and when they do this ain't, listen, this about your black ass. That don't you see? Okay, on one end, everybody is on what's going on with the so-called illegals, right? Everybody's watching that. But on the side, all of black history, that's the people, black history has been removed from this country. There is no more black history in the Smithsonian. Look it up. Go to pull something up. Go to pull up about the Tuskegee Airmen, the Buffalo Soldiers. It's already gone. Right now, it's all in memories or where you got hard copies of something. Out there, databases, it's already been erased. And all these Supreme Court cases and stuff is stopping a whole lot of shit, but it ain't stopped that shit about us yet. Y'all better wake up. The 14th Amendment is about black people. So that the slaves who had children here will get citizenship. Because as far as they're concerned, only white men and women are citizens of the United States. We know the truth. I keep telling y'all, we can talk about all that powerful shit. We can talk about we're the true natives and all the real different names and the true names and the true this and we're the gods and we got the melanin and all of this shit. It's not helping us if we don't use it and unite. Because that shit is, listen, Lindas, it's not going to pass. It has passed. The Supreme Court overrode the other decisions of the other courts where they was like, no, that can't happen. The Supreme Court said, yes, it can. It's done and it's going into full effect the 26th of July. That is not about Mexicans. Because now, nobody is a citizen of the United States. Are y'all listening to me? Look this shit up. It's happened. It's not going to happen. It's done. Nobody's a citizen at this point. That wasn't just about the Mexicans. And they shouldn't let some shit like that pass. Because now they have full control. I told y'all, bad things, you're gonna have the good people. It ain't over 1,000 concentration camps in this country for no reason. Because then it's gonna be, well, we want to deport you to Africa, we gonna put you to Mexico, they're not gonna take you. Oh, we got somewhere to put them. I done told y'all to get out of the major cities. They done passed some shit like what they said. And we ain't gonna stop there. I got somewhere to take y'all.
Tony said, you're welcome, ladies. Safe drive, one love. Tony says, yep, she's right. Black history is American history. Black history is global history. She's right, 100.
It's about y'all. It's about us. The no birthright citizenship. Because look it up. It's written for you. It wasn't written for no other people. It wasn't written for the Mexicans. It's written for the black people. So now that it's passed, they can remove you. They want some neo-Nazi shit over here in America. They know who land it is. The pen has always been mightier than the sword. The pen has always been mightier than the sword. Cause they just wrote some shit in. They wrote whatever they wanted to write. They could just write. You break a code, they just create a new one. All y'all talk about UCCs and all that shit, that's bullshit. That's why I ain't getting to it back in the day. All that more science shit, this is paperwork. If you can write it, you can erase it. They wrote the Constitution right now. All it took was the orangutan to go in and eliminate whatever you wanted to eliminate in there. That's all it ever took. It all was a goddamn facade. They're going to take... They're coming for us next. They've always been coming for us. But they about to go next level with some shit. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all think about where you having your next, what state you having your babies in. Because your babies is no longer a United States citizen. By birth. Did I send you that map? Okay. And that's what I was thinking, y'all. So there's 28 states that's going with this shit. Which means there are 22 states that's not with the shits. So they are suing him, the orangutan. So until those lawsuits or whatever go through, they can't force those other states to take part in that. So they suing him about this shit, some more stuff. But out of those 22 states, I believe, are the safe zones. Now, again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, a few years back, the Guardians, sitting right there in the living room with the tribe, the Guardians took me, and I was at some kind of meeting, but it was cloudy. I'm at the meeting, I could see the beings that's talking to us, but I couldn't see the us. I could only see me, somebody right here, I can't see them. I wasn't allowed to see them, and I wasn't allowed to hear who they was what state they were the ambassador for. But somehow, this really kind looking Caucasian man that was to my left came through. And I could see his face clearly today. He got mostly gray with salt and pepper hair. Slim guy. Looked like he took care of himself, like health-wise and stuff. Real kind, very spiritual. He is the ambassador for Colorado. Hey, baby. The hawk. He was the ambassador. Y'all know my name means hawk. He was the ambassador for Colorado. And I couldn't hear everything they were saying to him. But they said, Colorado in the mountains. Yeah, it was a red tail. My name is Dardavan Ceka. C means hawk. Power Fire Hawk is my name, which means hawk with the power of fire. But anyway, I heard them tell him Colorado in the mountains. And then I saw over to the right, I could see a little Asian woman. If I saw her today, I would say that's her. A little Asian woman. And if she was the ambassador, I couldn't hear what she was the ambassador for. I couldn't hear. But it's in the United States. There's 12 safe zones. Now, when I looked at the map, did I send it to you yet? When I looked at the map for the 22 states that's not participating in the shenanigans, 2 of them, I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know if y'all can see. 2 of them, I'll put it on the community post today, are 2 of the safe zones that I know. Arizona and Colorado. When I looked at that, I felt it. I can't tell y'all which states, but to me what they saying first. Okay. Please.
Okay, so Tony is saying that's why I'm still a rapper. I keep my blade sharp. I'm seeing more UAPs in Tucson more than ever. And he says we are being surveilled by something or someone. That's me. And then emoji laughing, red tail hawk. She's right. You're a beautiful soul, Zen. And then Tony says my ex-wife is Japanese. And Tony says I was in Colorado 4 years ago in Denver, and I felt something weird, like it was going to be a safe zone around Golden. Go to the Mother Korean church outside of Denver. You'll see what I felt.
That's funny because one of my blood siblings is moving to Colorado. Mind you, my family don't follow me. You know how family is. But she's been having dreams to go to Colorado. My family, my sister's the 4 horsemen, I told y'all. And she hit me recently, was like, I'm moving. I said, when? Next year. Around the spring next year, I'm moving to Colorado. I said, why Colorado? I don't know. I said, it's a safe zone. And I told her about, she was like, I'm haul ass. I don't care who don't go with me. If you saying shit, when I tell them stuff, they don't hear me, it blow over. She was like, oh, hell no. She said, God told me, telling me in my sleep to move to Colorado. I said, you better do it because you about to get stuck on the East Coast. She was like, I'm gone. So anyway, I forget why I just said that. But, so, these are the states that has accepted the no birthright citizenship. Read the ones in red for me, please.
Montana, Dakota, Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, Iowa, Kansas, Texas, Alaska, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida.
I know Georgia
Yeah.
on there, South Carolina on there.
South Carolina and North Carolina. And Pennsylvania. And I can't see.
Vancouver, I think. Vancouver State is Vancouver. I saw Vancouver on that.
I can't make out with these 2 over here. They're blurry.
Where?
On the edge.
I'm driving.
I know.
85. Just put your finger on it so I can't focus on it and stare at it. Don't touch the screen. You're going to mess it up.
Okay, this.
Okay, I can't do this, y'all. I can't stare at it and drive. It's to focus in on it. I'll put the map up on the community post. So I hope y'all heard those states. Florida, Georgia. States that I know No, it's not. As of yet. Up top, Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. I'm feeling like within those 22, that's not, are the 12 safe zones. And that's just the feeling. I know 2 of them are, but that would make sense. I feel like, I can't promise you, I wasn't able to see it, but I really feel like the western states for sure, like New Mexico, I feel like, don't quote me on that and say you said, but I feel like New Mexico is a safe zone. It's just a feeling. I feel like Oregon is a safe zone. It's just a feeling. I feel like the East Coast gonna be fucked. And I'm surprised DC, unless it's just not complete, DC not on that list. DC in Maryland. I gotta look at it because it don't. I'm just surprised DC and Maryland. If they not, I believe they're gonna be on that list. And it might change every day. You can probably just look it up. You gotta take my word for it. Look it up and see what states that accepted the no birthright citizenship. That's all. It's already here, y'all. Are y'all ready? Are you ready to move? You got a bug out bag. Are you ready? Are you stocked up? Are you prepared to lay low? If you're gonna park it where you at, are you protected? Do you have protection? Get to the safe zones. God damn it. Fuck all of that. Excuse my English. I want to tell somebody I care about to strap it up. Get to the safe zones and strap up. Get to the safe zones. I only know 2, Arizona and Colorado for sure. But I would say get out west. New Mexico is a beautiful place. Am I still in New Mexico right now? Look, I crossed the Arizona line. I would say get there real fast. I would say start talking with your people. This ain't no fucking joke, y'all. The Supreme Court passed that you're not a citizen. No, none of us are citizens. Well, in those 28 states, Texas, you are not a citizen. Wyoming, you are no longer a citizen. Listen, I tell you, I keep feeling weird about this shit. I wouldn't even drive through it. What about Arkansas? Is Arkansas on it? Arkansas might be a safe zone. But I can't say that it is. Is Arkansas on here, cuz? Here, take this. I would listen, y'all. Please. Get to the safe zones. They're called that for a reason. We talking now. I might not even, the ranch set up where I'm living now. I did work there, all this shit. We might about to give that up and move out to the land, because when they gave me land, they said the land is called the safe haven, where we building a temple at. I might be about to go out there in the middle of nowhere with nothing out there and just be there in my RVs and build and live life. I got a well. I got seeds to grow food, stuff to make greenhouses. That's all I need. I got a well in the middle of the desert, sourced it there for a reason. I ain't even pay for that well. I'm telling you, a supporter, beautiful, beautiful supporter, just up and bought us a $17,000 well. It's about to come into play from a 300,000-year-old aquifer. I didn't have that money to do that then. She felt it in her spirit, Kate. My Kate Kennedy. She felt it. And then left here and went to Hawaii. But she felt it. She didn't even have the money herself or something like that. I don't know what she had. But what she got that money was a 401k plan popped up from a job she had years ago. She forgot she had it. That money wasn't even a part of her. That's what it was. It wasn't even a part of what she was doing. And something like that. And she remembered. It came back to her something, a letter. She said, and she knew when she got it, that was for that well, because I was talking all the time then, trying to do a GoFundMe like I'm doing for the temple. They can't get people to help. They want all my knowledges, but where it applies to them, because y'all not going to get it until you need it. Y'all not going to get it until you need it. Until you need that help from me. You're not going to get it. People are not going to get it until they need to come down to that temple. Where that well at. And that's how it was. I've been asking y'all for like a year now to help me get I think it's almost a year now. Look at the GoFundMe, 8 months or something. Up, help us build the temple. Help us. Right now we need to fence around that place. If I gotta go do a hustle, I don't care, a loan, I got a really good credit that I don't use. If I gotta do that to get the fence, I'm not even gonna be thinking about other people, for real. That fence costs $15,000. I'm gonna be really picky. Cause that's the safe haven. I know that's where we're gonna have to go. I'm telling y'all, it's a portal there. Like I've been telling y'all everything else. Y'all won't take me serious. I've been telling y'all all this shit coming. I've been telling y'all for fucking years. And you know what y'all tell me? You've been saying that for years. Which means you had enough fucking time to get your shit together. That's what that means. If the Guardians tell us something 5 years ahead of time, before the plague came on the land of 2019, the Guardians gave us 643 days. That's damn near 2 years. And you know what's you've been said that. You've been okay. We can't count it down 643 days to December the 19th, 2019, when that orangutan got impeached. 11 days later, the plague was on the land. I told y'all we had 643 days left before that thing came on the land. They said the Atlanta, that place down there in Atlanta, that begin with those 3 letters, starting with a C. Come from no goddamn Wuhan. No, I told y'all where it came out. December the 1st, 2019. I woke up out of my sleep. Your Guardian said it's coming. The Guardian said it's coming. It came. I done told y'all how many years now it's been. Get out of the major cities. I don't know what y'all want to hear when I've brought you. Fuck me, y'all ain't nobody. I ain't nobody, but the words that I've given you is an absolute goddamn fact. Nobody out there can say she's pseudo. They don't even fuck with me because they can't prove me wrong. They got to be talking to something. Every thing she say come to pass. What the fuck kind of crystal ball this lady got? Something got to be talking to this lady. Y'all gotta think like that. Everything that I said, the Guardian said. Like me, when I'm not sure, I say I'm not sure. I say I think New Mexico. I say Arizona is a safe zone, and I am the ambassador of Arizona, and that's what the Guardian said. Colorado in the mountains is a safe zone. That's all I can speak for. I can't speak for the rest of them. But I think Oregon, the places they sent me, New Mexico. Oh shit! What did I get from New Mexico? The stone came from New Mexico. The stone. Oh, I got chills. Where are all the places they sent me to come down? Oh, wait a minute. New Mexico, oh. Arizona. Y'all better leave. Y'all better get to the rivers and pray. Because we make a difference. Like I said the other day, you just have to believe. When I believe, I know is in something. You can't stop us like you say. You know what I'm saying? Like you can say, I want to get this job. And everything about it seems impossible. You live in your car. So how you going to work? You don't even have an address. You barely got a goddamn driver's license. You don't have nowhere to change your clothes. You're not even skilled for it, but everybody around you's like, be reasonable. And it's nothing that nobody can tell you, because you done made up your heart along with your mind. And you say, I'm getting that job. And it be 8 months later, you in that job, a new apartment, new car, and like I told y'all, that's the feeling that you have to have about this prayer. No matter what nobody fucking talking about, you got to know within yourself, we make manifest. I don't give a shit what we do. When we put our mind to it, we create our reality. See? You got to say, we create our reality. Fuck what people talking about. We're doing this. When I do this meditation at 8, if I do it for 60 seconds, I'm putting everything I have in it. And I know it's going out into what I call the stem cells of the universe. That stuff they call, that substance in space that most people, scientists and shit, don't know what it's called. That's the stem cells of the universe. Stem cells, whatever you put in the environment of a stem cell, that's what it become, meaning. That's how Bruce Lipton discovered it. He put liver cells. He had 3 petri dishes with just stem cells in it. That's why they want out black babies. With stem cells in it. He put some liver cells in this one. He put some heart cells in this one. Let's make up another one. Some brain cells in this one. What he thought was, I forget how he said it, he thought they was going to all become blah, blah, blah. But what he realized is stem cells become the environment that it's in. That's that stuff. Stem cells. The universe is made of this stuff. Let's call it stem cells. This connecting tissue stuff. This stuff that the same pattern as the brain, the same pattern as your blood, this pattern, this stuff that's connecting everything like tissue in the body. This stuff that they realize when people meditate, that stuff move around them. This electromagnetic field, that stuff moves around you when you think of some shit. When you say, I'm going to get that job that everybody said you can't get because you live in that car and you're fucking homeless and you stinking right now and can't even feed yourself, you move the stuff around you. What the fuck happens if I'm moving this stuff and you're moving that stuff on the same accord, the same thought, the same feeling? What happens when 100 of us move that stuff? So when you have a thought, that stuff begins to form it. That's what I call idea. See, ideas, thoughts are sperm in the darkness, as far as I'm concerned. See what I'm saying? A thought is sperm, because a thought is a spark of light. What is sperm? So in the universal womb, to birth in the universal womb, you birth by thought. Thoughts are things and powerful things. So you use a thought. That's sperm. The thought, the stem cells have an environment. You gave it an environment. That's the thought. Then the thought gets incubated and then you birth an idea. You see how that works? That's why men have wombs too. The mental is a womb called mind. See how that works? Men have the connection to the great womb mind called source. And then they have the womb called mind. But then the female have the mind called womb, and she has the connection to the Holy Trinity. That'll do what you want to do with that. So once you have that thought, the stuff start to move, the stem cells start to move. They have something to form. But then they need an incubation period. Now you are impregnated in your mind. So you contemplate the thought. You contemplate what it needs. You contemplate his head, his arms, his fingers, his legs. You're bringing it to life, you see? And then one day, you're going to deliver that baby. Y'all catch that, what I threw? One day, you're going to deliver that thought. car was an impregnation. It was a thought. Everything you look around you that's not natural is a thought from somebody's mind. It's a birth. An idea was birthed. See it. And when you see it, I want you to see your ability. But then I want you to hold this thought too. Melanin decodes light and photons. Thoughts are photons. So melanin, when melanin sticks to a thought, that's why y'all complain about they give us only 1 month a year. Why didn't they give the Jews 1 month? I want y'all to think about this. Why the Jews, they went through some shit too. Why do we have 1 month a year? Because in that 1 month, in that one fucking month, is all that's needed to program your ass for the rest of the year. To remember who the fuck they want you to remember you are. You are a slave, motherfucker. Because I'm going to teach it to you in your schools. We're gonna worship it for you at the office. And everything they teach you about it, they're gonna teach you that you was a slave and how you died. How you fought for freedom, because freedom ain't yours. What if Black History Month, they only taught us about Mansa Musa? What if they only taught you about Sekhmet and Osiris, Ninti? What if they taught you those things? Aset, Ishtar, Ashtar, Nephet, Sekhmet, Sekumuat, Sekemtet. What if they taught you that shit? What if they taught you that you could call the winds on Black History Month? Instead of showing you some fucking Kuta Kinte, reminding your DNA that you're a slave, reminding your DNA that we will beat the shit out of you if you get out of line. I hate Black History Month. I can't stand it because my people don't get it. We need to remember, what in the fuck do we, let me tell you something. My child wouldn't know shit about that month until it was 18, or during that month, I would tell that child, this is the month that we celebrate our greatness. And I would teach them all about greatness. Until it's 18, because they wouldn't go to these fucking schools. So when my child turned 18 is when I would tell them what y'all celebrate. So my child would be like, what? Yeah. Because my child gonna walk the fuck out there in the world knowing he's God. That doesn't help us. It reminds us for the next 11 months to stand in line, to keep our place. Y'all better wake up. Because they didn't give us Black History Month. You know how much faster we would wake up? I don't need to see no motherfucking, no goddamn shackles every year. I need to live trauma every year. Are y'all serious? That's what we need now? Damn, I've been driving. I'm down here. Where we at? What they say?
Okay, Tony says, hit me up when you get to Tucson. I got you. I work overnights at 7-Eleven on Pima and Craycroft, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights.
Pima and Craycroft. I was just up there. I just passed that 7-Eleven. Like Thursday. Go ahead.
And then Tony says she's right. And Tony says things are feeling like...
Email me, Tony. Send my email address. Email me and send me a picture of yourself so I know who I'm talking to. And we can start corresponding that way. And people be like, she always asks a picture. Why? Because y'all can see me. I can't see you. I want to know who I'm talking to too. Go ahead.
Okay, and then Tony says things are feeling like the old TV movie The Stand.
Ooh. My mother used to watch The Stand. Like, I can't even tell. She watched it every year. at least for about 3-4 months. That's how much he watched it. I know that movie's a 3-hour movie, and it do feel like that. Creepy, like, ooh, Tony. I got chills. I got my hackles going up. I told y'all so much about my mom, but go ahead.
And then Tony says, yep, exactly. And then he says, I'm with that. True indeed. Fact, sister. That's why I tuned in today saying, oh my God, she's killing me with my own thoughts. I just thought all this yesterday. I was calling sperm stardust yesterday. Oh
Great
my God.
minds, great minds.
She's dropping truth bombs. And then Tony says, this is too weird. She got me laughing. She's saying what I was thinking yesterday. Born knowledge. 91 equals born knowledge. Do the maths in knowledge, borns to knowledge, cipher.
Oh, you 5%. You know what? When I was coming up, Tony, I ain't gonna pick up the conversation with that. When I was coming up though, Dr. York, at that time he was known as I think it was Imam Isa Al-Maidi, and he heard about me because I was in Trenton, New Jersey. Did you say you from Jersey? Small world. Listen, I was when I'm 6 years older than you. No, 5. I was in Jersey, and I used to spit fire. I burnt Jersey ass up. If you might have heard of me, my name up there, they called me Queen Mecca. Mecca, according to the Qibla in Islam, the Qibla in the East. But anyway, they called me Queen Mecca, and I used to go to ciphers all the time up there where they had this party that just play reggae music and smoke. And I used to leave there with 50 people following me down the street. It was so powerful. And Dr. York heard about me. He was in Jersey at the time. And they said he wanted to meet me. I didn't know who he was. I said no. And he was like, no, because the guy's name was Born. He said, well, you need to read both degrees, male and female. So you know they got the male degrees of 5%, and I did. He gave them to me. He gave me both degrees and some instructions and shit like that. But anyway, so go ahead. So you saying you 5%er? Go ahead.
And then he says, do the maths and knowledge. Oh, I read that. He says 19 is the numbers that they, in parentheses, the musicians/controllers are on now. Knowledge born. Yup, me neither. That's not stopping. That's my stomping ground.
That's what. It's that KOA right there. I keep trying to find this campground that I went to, and with that TP tent. And I said it's down this way somewhere. It's that. Okay, I know what it is. Go ahead.
He says, word up, I got you. He said, I'm white, but grew up with PRT.
I'm green. What's PRT? I don't know. What's PRT? School.
Okay. Jackson T.
It doesn't matter that you white, Tony. Go ahead.
Jackson TWP, New Jersey, Ocean County.
Who's that?
That's Tony. All these are Tonys. I've heard of a Queen Mecca.
That's me. I'm Queen Mecca. I'm the one, Queen Mecca. I was with what was that group? Poor Righteous Teachers. They had spoken about me. X-Clan. It's me. Miss Mel, if you know Miss Melody, we was like this. Go ahead.
He says, King Lamik Shabazz Allah, I know a born.
It could be, it could be, you don't mean it's the same one, because anybody, so many borns, or, because they just went by the degrees, so, go ahead.
He says, that's who fathered me lessons. And he says, I had a record label, Jersey Bound Records, Poor Righteous Teachers, wise, intelligent. I know Young Star, YZ Brothers. I used to hang out with them everywhere.
We gotta talk. That's it?
Yes.
Okay, y'all, so y'all hear me though? So the same way is what y'all gotta see it, and how y'all gotta feel about this. About what we're doing right now, about what we're doing at 8 o'clock every night, or what we're doing when we do the bigger functions. You gotta see, you gotta feel like that, you gotta feel that birth, you gotta know that you can. If you can't do shit else, everything around you is a manifestation or womb creation of your own thoughts. Everything around you in your life your call, your lack thereof, whatever. If it's a lack or if it's whatever, it's you doing it. And just like you've created that reality around you, do you think if you focus in and use your ability, use your melanin to womb create, y'all. Use your wombs. Fuck man infest. We ain't gotta infest shit. Let's womb create. We use our melanin and we feel it. It was only 60 seconds of your life. Every day is all sources asking us for. That's all we're asking ourselves for. That's all we need to help ourselves. All we ask somebody else to pray with us. That's all we need, but we got to do something. We got to do it a lot. You got to do it whether you hear my voice or not. If I what the fuck I had died yesterday, you got to keep praying. And I won't go ahead and die tomorrow. But I'm saying, and I think I said yesterday, so that was cool. That was my mind already making my correction. But when I had died yesterday. Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all get it. What they saying, because I'm about to go. I'm not going to, I'll stop at the store first. Go ahead.
Okay. Tony says, you ladies get to your destination safely. Love y'all. Tony says, AKA Tone Tech, I'll get in touch. And then he says, thank you, Kevin. And he says, peace and blessings, sister. And
okay, awesome. We'll talk, Tony. Who else is here? Tony got the conversation. Anybody else here? What is? Everybody kind of quiet today. That's not normally like y'all. Y'all so quiet. Thanks for putting me on. That's all, Tony. Like you with this, you and Tony. All right, y'all. So y'all got what she say. I'm about to go, but y'all hear me. So what we gotta do. So all we gotta do is unite. Even if we can't get to each other, unite. When we can, when y'all can come through to the temple, come. I'm doing what I can to make it happen. Y'all can support. If you want to support the temple build, you can cash app and put temple build. Every $1 helps to get this temple up. We got it. We need this temple to pray in. Right now, we got to fence the place in. I just got the estimate, $15,000 to fence it in, these 30 acres. And we got to do that first, or we're not going to be safe there. But y'all won't. I'm not scared of the outdoors, but this is for if I'm going to have people come, we need to fence it in. I've seen it all. I've never seen the mountain lions, but I saw the tracks. I forgot this trailer pull back at me just now. So, you can go to the GoFundMe. If somebody put it in the link or not, I don't know. But you can go to the GoFundMe and help. They said we already out of time. Now people just need to do the. I can't put it right there. I got to think of that. Oh, block them. They can't. They going at me anyway. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So okay, y'all. Y'all get some RVs, man. Black people need to go camping. Get out there in nature. Get an RV. No, buddy. Get off my back right there. I get stopped so much. Like, everywhere I go, I get stopped. Can I just look inside? I messaged this old man earlier. Can I just look? I said, no, you cannot. His whole countenance fell. I'll show you my teardrop. I'm going to check something out real quick. Okay, I'll be right back. Just relax. Oh, sorry. I thought my, this one not locked anyway. Y'all seeing it? I'm, what, 5'2"? So this is about 6 feet tall. Short. How long? Okay. Thank you. Told you I'd be right back, baby. Oh, my goodness, I'm so tired. Thank goodness we made it. Yeah. Alright, y'all. So, let me see. Read the thing to me. Just go back and watch the video. It's not that long. That way you can get the full information, where it comes from, and all that I know about it. I should have went in the back. Oh, you want to go in the back for me? Where are the keys to the teardrop? I should have a water in the refrigerator. Okay, I am thirsty. Okay, what we talking about? Let me see. Okay, y'all still here. Monet, you think we should work in Baltimore together? Where? Maybe. I worked everywhere. I've done everything. Where do we work at? The Baltimore Sun? That would be fun. Where do we work at? I want to see that. While I'm waiting for that answer from Monet. Alright, y'all. We just have work to do. They coming at our necks, and it's not getting better. And we have to do this. And that's what everybody waiting for, this Christ. It's not a Christ, it's a Christ consciousness. The Christ consciousness is in the people. It's with the people. You got my mind clicking. I want to know we went to Baltimore together. Okay, I did work for a security company before. I was security guard at I don't remember the name of it back in the day. I was security at Morgan State University. Did they cover that? I was bad back then too. I probably tried to come on to you and everything or something. I'm sorry. Whatever I did, my bad. I'm not her anymore. Anyway, so not all the way. So if it was for Morgan, that was me. That's the only place I worked security, and I quit that. Um, thanks for answering. So yeah, y'all. You cool it in a teardrop. Cav, you gonna break my damn lock. Listen, unlock the handle first.
That's the one I unlocked.
You can't unlock the top one first if the handle locked, because then you don't know if everything unlocks. So unlock the handle first, and then you see it's open. Then do the top one. But you're doing too much. You're gonna break my lock like Adrian.
Okay. So
just unlock the handle. Once it pop open, then unlock the top lock, and then you know it's open.
Okay.
That's just, you know, best way to do it. Yep. Oh, you know what though, Monet? I have sisters. We all look alike. Oh, you might be talking about was the girl named Fee? They called her Fee. She was a security too, and that's my oldest sister, one right above me. But we all look alike, talk alike, sound alike. We're not twins or nothing, but you know, it might have been one of my sisters. It's four of us. It's four girls. We, you know. So y'all, I can text her right now and ask her if she ever worked for that place. You see Walden? That's probably Fee. Yeah, y'all, just hold on. It's probably my sister. I just texted her that. She'll tell me in a minute. Yeah, you breaking my lock. Don't worry about it. You breaking my shit. Here. No. Okay. I don't need to buy no more. I got all that stuff in the coolers. It'd just be wasteful. Okay. Jesus love. Yeah, y'all. I'm about to. Oh, it wasn't her. It wasn't that sister. Maybe it was the oldest. I don't know. I don't think Tina ever worked for Tina. My youngest is a truck driver. She got a CDLs, so she drives trailers and shit. Well, she used to. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's probably one of us. It's probably one of us. Anyway. I'm all over the place. The talk's pretty much over, y'all. Y'all heard me. Y'all hear me. This is what we're doing. And we just gotta do it now. And we gotta overstand again. Like everybody talking about these superpowers and you waiting, trying to move a lunar full of shit. You don't have to do that. Move that stuff in space together. Let's move this stuff around us. And you'll know if it was me, Monet, because I always talk like this. I always been, like, even though I was a drunk, well, not, I just drank a lot and was wild, but I was always like, I always spoke like this, so you would definitely know if it was me. Because I drew crowds when I spoke. Who would think I would wind up in the desert by myself. My Gemini is very communicable. So, like I was saying earlier, y'all, about moving stuff, just know we can. We're in trouble. And I just believe what hurts is we're just going to let it happen to us. That's how I feel, like we're just going to let it happen. When we could have done something. What's the matter? Oh, you ready? I know. Let's go eat. We're almost there, okay? Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know. We're almost there, okay? You too, Demi? My baby? Thank you. Yeah, I'm about to go. I think it's it. Sit tomorrow. Don't go to Phoenix. Don't go to Tucson. That shit targeted. Go to southern Arizona. Look in Cochise County. Cochise County. I would look Cochise County for sure. And then I would look up like in the White Mountains up that way by Sick Reeves. But you got the Navajo Nations and stuff. I don't know. Up in the mountains. Cochise County for sure. Try and get some land. Prices had went up for a minute, but then it kind of went down again in Cochise County. Just try to get some land while it's available. A lot of people, they don't get it. Who's not connected, not spiritual. A lot of people moved out. And every time they do it, and I see more and more available, and they want to go to the bigger cities. Like some people came down, but then they'll leave because it's nothing to do. They miss the city. They want the wildlife. They want the filth. They want the bad radiation. They don't know what to do with silence. They don't know what to do with, they just don't know what to do with quiet. When I say quiet, meaning it's nothing to do. It's like, there's no club for me to go to. If I was back home, I don't know, I'd have probably been dipping a little bit or something. Because that addiction. Probably not today though. I don't know. I probably would. I don't know. But the silence, you know what I mean? The connection to nature, it's nothing. Some people can't even handle the blue skies. Most of y'all not even, it's fresh, the air so crisp. Real clouds. You know? Real clouds. People not used to real clouds no more. The air is different. The people different. You know, it'd be funny to me when they think they know something. Like, cause I'm from Baltimore, that's like a little New York. And it's like, they slow as fuck, but they think they not. You know, like they think they slick. They think we run this place. Like people that come here. Depends on what you into. But a lot of people not ready for the change. And it's a change. It's a change. A lot of people been through my place. They don't last though. Because of the quiet. They can't take the quiet. They can't take nothing to do. They can't take maybe. Sometimes I don't see, okay, no visitors come to where I live at. I got family down here. I don't see nobody at my house. Maybe when my niece, my one niece in town, I may see her once a month. She may come through. Cause she need to talk, she need help, she need some advice, something like that. But I don't even see her anymore. She's gone. I mean, like, it could be months. If I don't go to the store and get groceries, it could be months before I see other people. I mean, when I'm talking to y'all online, but mind you, I don't see you either. I see words and emojis. You see me. So when I'm talking to you online, I'm looking at me. So I don't even see y'all. I see words go up the screen and I recognize some names. Hey, Scarlett. Hey, King. Hey, you know what I mean? I see emojis. Sometimes I'm not in even space. In anybody's space, it could be months and months, unless I'm in a relationship. The times that I'm in a relationship, then I see her. Or the tribes that might be there. Most people can't handle that shit. But that's what it takes to be righteous today, to get the fuck away from everybody. Because you get caught up. You are the company you keep. So I don't like to keep bad company. I don't even like to talk too much. I talk online because I got to send a message. Because if I just be myself, it'd be like this. Because that's how I am most of the time. My Gemini is always in contemplation. Unless I got somebody in my life. So even the tribe that's around me, don't see me. Like, we be in the same space. But I'm always in connection. I ain't got time. If you sit and you with your mom all the time on the phone, I don't want to be around you because I don't want her energy on me. That's why I'm just by myself. I don't want to keep company. You know what I mean? That's just my choice. Telling you what to do, that's what the fuck I want to do. That's why I'm single most of the time, because I need a person like that who is as strange as I am, who is isolated like me. Because I meet a lot of people, like Cool Tony. Me and Tony will probably talk on the phone or something. We're probably going to be cool in a minute. But then I'm sure he work at night. He got a lot of energy. I don't want all of that with me. And that's just why I don't have a lot of friends right now. Because people like to be around people, and that's okay. That's, you know what I mean? We herd. But I'm just determined to herd with the right kind of people. I want to herd with the people who isolate themselves too, who get it, that we got to get the fuck away from this shit. Excuse my English. Who get that we got to separate ourselves right now. We're at war. We're at spiritual war. Our old ways and our childish ways just can't. It ain't playtime. This ain't the damn 70s. You know, we don't have time. I don't care about any of it. Getting my hair done, I don't care about any of that. I care about what's happening. I care about how to make these corrections, and y'all have to feel the same, because you'll come to a safe zone and can't make it because you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the sitting with yourself, the truth of yourself. Most people you need the noise. You can't handle silence. You can't handle the STFU, which means shut the fuck up. The loudest voice in your head is your own. A lot of y'all talk too much. No disrespect. This from my perspective. A lot of people just talk too goddamn much, not listening. The safe zones are going to be safe zones because they're going to be isolated. You go up in the mountains of Colorado, it ain't shit up there. It ain't the same as the East Coast and the big cities. Excuse me. It ain't the same by a long shot. So a lot of people come down. I send them to the safe zones. I'll tell them to go to Cochise County. They don't last. Even a lot of ones that came left and moved up in Phoenix to the chaos. They want to be where MFS13, whatever shit called. They want to be where the club's at, and they don't make it. It's real talk. Read the comments, please. We just basically hold a conversation at this point. Telling y'all. Look, let me show you something. Wait a minute. When I tell y'all I live in a postcard, like, I really mean that. Like, I live in a postcard. Like, I don't see my neighbors. I live in a town, I think about 3,000 people in that town. I don't know where they at. I don't see that. I see this. This is my life. And I come from Baltimore, so Monet, you know what I'm talking about. I come from a city, and I was in it. From that to the Holy Land to this. It took some getting used to. The first thing I did when I came down here, I think it's been 12 years. Mister, get Mister up here. Get Mister.
Mister, come here.
The first thing I did, I think he got to go to the bathroom.
Come here, Mister.
The first thing I did 13 years was look for a club. And they don't have clubs like that down here. They have bars that close at 2. Now, not like back home where our shit open at 6 o'clock. Like we live in New York and Baltimore. Our shit be open all night long. Paradox and all that. So, but they had bars. And I do gay clubs, so that wasn't even my shit. But it was somewhere to have a drink and a dance. And that was my blessing because they don't have gay clubs where I'm at. I mean, I could drive an hour or something, 2 hours to get to one. Who feel like that? Have to come back. People in here with beer bottles and shit. Nobody feel like that, living like that no more. Somebody just smacked my ass and fat like pow. And before they put it back, my beer bottle in their fucking eye. And then there we go. I done got locked up like I don't know how many times for shit like that. You know what I mean? Just wild. I was really wild. I'm trying to tell y'all. But if I could change, anybody can make the change. Anybody. So I was out there. I was the weed lady at the club. I used to push weed. So, and I push more than that. So I can change. You can change. But you just gotta want it. You gotta be in your heart though. The change gotta be in your heart. You know what I mean? And these kind of places like this, it helps. It helps you make that change. It's it. We're not used to this. You see that city smog, that city noise. Somebody riding by here every 5 minutes with the radio blasted. I don't hear any of that anymore. And that's been for 13 years. It saved me. Because now when I go to Baltimore like I did 2 years ago, I couldn't wait to come back. I wasn't happy at all. I was miserable. The noise, the pollution, the air pollution, the noise pollution. There was no sound healing in that place. Food was worse. You know, down here in Arizona, you're getting a lot of your fresh fruit straight from Mexico. And it's not going through the gas chamber. Because you know when they put your food and they put you a gas chamber, you got Mexican markets and shit. So it's a little bit different. You get fresh avocados that's not traveling through the whole country to get to you. They ain't even been plucked that long. It's just a different vibe. So when they give us a safe zone, it's because it's that place where we'll be protected from exactly all of what. I don't know. That don't mean bad things don't happen in Arizona, but I tell you what, like with this ice situation right now, where I'm at, in 5 cities around me, is not getting no ice raids. And this is where they sit because it's a safe zone. I tell y'all. And we looked it up. We literally looked it up. You got just the basic immigration stuff, but no, you're not getting no ice raid. But you go up to Tucson, Phoenix, oh, they on fire. They some of the worst of the worst. But in a safe zone where I'm at, nothing. And in the actual town, not one person. Not one person. They don't come through there. Just follow the instructions. That's all we got to do. And you'll see, like, a lot of us fight the instructions. But when you follow the instructions, sometimes you don't know why you're being told. Why your inner voice is telling you this, or your guardians or your guides are telling you. Because that's 3 different things. I know it's when my voice, when that something told me, I've connected with that something and understand that that's me. I listen. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Let's say you're standing in your doorway in a congested ass city like Baltimore, and you see an old lady about to cross the street, and you decide to go help her, but your first mind, that something told me, don't interfere. But you like, I'm gonna help her anyway. See, when you listen, me, I just stood on the porch and watch her old ass cross that street. Because I know that's for a reason. I don't know the reason. But I just stood on the porch and watched it. A person that's disobedient to themselves would have went and helped her anyway. Got hit by a fucking truck when her grandson came run out the house and helped her in the house. Shit like that. And I've learned by not listening to the voice, shit like that. So I listen to your inner voice telling you get the fuck out, but your other mind like, no, because I don't know I'm gonna do this, I don't know who I'm gonna know, I don't, fuck all of that. When you get there, it got you. And I knew it had me. When I left, so many people were so adamant about my connection and knowing that when my inner voice or my guardians, which is different, tell me to do something, it was so serious. When I left and I said goodbye, I did a 13 years ago, I think it's 13 years now. It was 2013 when we got here. When I did a going away party, January 1st, 2013. From that going away party, 25 people left Baltimore with me. 25 people. We was in a caravan. I didn't expect anybody to go with me. I was gone. 25. We was in a caravan. 25 people landed that day. All until my mother wound up coming here and passing away with me. They act like they don't believe what I'm talking about, but they got the fuck out of there. Down here. Know what was going to be here. I was terrified. They said leave. Everything they showed me came to pass. They showed me with an RV, a big RV, and I was standing in the desert on this mountain with my dog that I came down with, Champ. I'm gonna tell you guys the story and I'm gonna go. So once I got, I'm driving down the main little street to this little town, or one of these little towns, and I'm driving down the street. And out of my peripheral vision, I caught the RV, and I saw the RV. I'm like, that's the RV from my dream. And the person with me thought I was talking about the one in the front, because it was a truck with an RV bed on it. I said, So I drove the street until I came back. And I couldn't find it. Now I'm looking at the truck with it. I was like, she said, I told you that's not the one, meaning from the one that I had described to her. I was like, no, that's not what I saw. I'm telling you. My RV, it was a car dealership at that too, that sold like these antique kind of cars. I said, no, my RV, I saw the one from my dream, the vision that they showed me. So I pull in, and the man like, can I help you? I was like, you got another RV here? He's like, oh no, we'll sell RVs, but this one, they were, doing it on, I forget what's called, consignment. I'm like, no, it's an all white RV. He said, I got one around back. I said, can I see it? We went around there. I said, that's my RV. I said, I told you. He said, how you see that from the road? I said, oh no, I saw this. I said, she was like, she did. We stopped. She said she saw this RV from the road. I said, this is my RV, and my dog went and pissed on the wheel. I said, yup. He was like, I said, he don't do that. That's my RV. He said, this is not for sale, honey. I said, yes, it is. That's mine. He said, no, this is my mother's RV, and she's in love, honey, Victoria, and she's in love with this RV. I said, that may be true, but she's going to give it to me. He was like, miss, she's not. I said, call her. She's on vacation in the White Mountains right now. I said, call her. I need to know when to pick it up. He called. He said, Mom, you won't believe. He said, it's this little lady in here. He said, no, he's a little black lady. She in here, and she said her RV is hers, and that you're gonna. What? What you mean? Mom, are you serious? Hold on. My mother said give her $20,000 and it's yours. I went in the car, I came back and gave him $5,000 cash. I said, I'll see you Monday. He was like, she loved that thing. Monday, I went to the bank. I said, I was standing in line, and in front, I was the next person. The man at the teller was saying, he was making a transaction. I looked at the back of him. He was like, the lady said, "Hi, your mom." He said, "She." And I'm like, "Oh, it's Dave. That was the guy." He said, "You won't believe." She said, "What?" He said, "She's selling her RV. This is a small town. Everybody knows it." But she said, "No." She said, "Your mother loved it." She said, "She's selling it to this little black lady." He said, "She came in there," and I was listening. The lady was like, "Come on," so I let the next person go. I'm like, "No, I'm on his back." He said, "She came in there, and I don't know what kind of magic she had, but she said, 'That RV mine. I could see it from the road.'" That RV from the road, it was behind the store. But she said, "I saw it from the road," and they was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah." And I walked up and I touched his arm. He said, "Oh my God, there she goes." I said, "Yeah, I'm coming to get your money. I'll meet you down there." And everybody just shut up. "I need $15,000 cash, please." And I went down there, and I was afraid of the RV because it's so big. I've never driven anything that big. And I called my sister, because she drives tractor trailers and shit. I was like, "I need you to come get this RV for me." She said, "Yeah, all right, call me when you get to the place." No, that's before I left. "Call me when you get to the place." I was like, "All right." And then when I got there, and I sat in my baby, we did the paperwork right there. Oh, mind you, he got tags and everything because he's a car dealership. The whole thing happened right there. I sat in there. I said, "Can you pull it?" I said, "Let me call my sister." And I was like, "You know what? Never mind." I said, "Can you just get it out of this parking lot for me? Pull it to the road." He said, "You gonna be all right?" I said, "I have to." I said, "I'm scared of this big motherfucker, but I'm driving her home. This is mine. So I might as well get used to it now." I'm like, "This fucking small ass town, ain't no traffic anyway." He was like, "All right." We pulled it out the road. And I did 20 all the way home. It's high, so I'm like, shit. All right. And the more I drove it, by the time I got home, which took me about 40 minutes, or something like that, by the time I got home, I was a pro. By the time I got home, I was a pro. And that's how I got that RV. I forgot why I told y'all that story. But anyway. Okay, no. I was talking about my connection. And when you listen, just listen. They told me I was going to have that. And me and my dog sat in that RV on a mountaintop of Kadaka Haba. We sat in that RV. I still have that RV. That's my baby. Matter of fact, we were just talking about it. We about to take it out. But this the one behind me, the teardrop. That's my little num. My little skedaddle. You know. The last time I went to Baltimore, at the last time before last, I took the big one. I'm almost there. I'm trying to stall a little bit so I can hang up. But that's how we womb create, y'all. Well, I mean, forget womb creation at this point. That's how believe in that first mind. So a lot of your first mind is telling you what to do, but you're afraid. You're afraid it might be a little hard. Living on raw land, I got it easy. I don't know what to do with all of that land, but I'm about to figure it out. So I wrote a goal sheet, just think about what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, and how I'm gonna get that thing built up. Put that temple on there. When people come out, we have a flourishing garden that people could just buildings itself. We don't want shit. The buildings itself will have food going on, rebuilding. So if you came and you stay in this dome, each dome will have food that grows on it. Strawberries or, whatever. We create climate. And that's what it's going to be. And I just got to do what. The main thing is water. So I got the water now. I just got to run water lines to where I want water to go. The well is dug. And we got one of the deepest wells out here. Most people wells is 100 feet. So a lot of people wells drying up because they don't got 50 years ago, or whatever, that well got dug at max 90 feet. You know what I mean? But the wells are dry. The water's done dropped over the years. So you want to go down. I went down 300 feet. That's why I call it 17,000. We went down 300 feet. So that gives me a good 175 feet of the aquifer. That's good. That'll last for 100 years. we got good pristine water out there. So that was the hardest thing of being out there because of the heat. If you got shade and you got water to put in the pool, to rinse off, sprinkle system, you good. And that water don't cost nothing, it's free. But you know, all over the country, they trying to stop it too. They trying to put water meters on people's wells so they can charge you for your water of the well that you dug. This country done gone snap fucking mad. Oh, I'm turning the other one. I'm gonna show y'all something before I go, and I'm gone for real. I gotta go. See if anybody's saying something because I was telling a story. I wasn't looking at it.
Okay. Scarlett says here. Zen Adams says, please repeat the safe zones again.
You keep reading the same thing.
Oh, I didn't read that.
Yeah. I didn't read that.
Okay, let me see where you in. Monet, I think we used to work in Beamer.
Pass all of that.
Okay.
Go from the bottom up.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you this now.
Okay. Dakini says facts at change. 5 years sober from alcohol. Dakini says what a beautiful view. And Dakini says STFU is a beautiful thing. Katrina.
This is my healing packet, the total healing packet. Go to my website, ZenWombs.com, and it explains the whole STFU, where I got it from, how to do it. It's in that packet, the 400-page book. $112. It's been that way for 8 years. It'll always be that way. But go ahead.
Patrina says right. Z Adams says air is definitely cleaner. Zen Adams says yes, at night can see the stars so good.
Oh yeah, I love a western sky.
Z Adams says I just moved there, Maricopa, Arizona.
Oh cool. Link up with me at fakecircles@gmail.com. Send a pic. Let's talk. Let me show you something. That's the RV for my dream right there. Okay, what do you see? Hold on. Can y'all see that? That's the boy. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I need it back in. Let me go back around a lot. Because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, y'all. So I'm out. Let me see real quick.
The other ones I read already. Oh, hold on. No, it's just saw one. I was putting your email address in there.
Oh, y'all, I'm going camping this weekend. This time, I'm gonna film it, some of it. But if y'all want to see that story I was talking about from the beginning, when I cried out and all the winds and stuff came the other day, just right now it's on Ceka TikTok, Ceka. Go ahead, come on. I
okay. Tawana said, if we come to Arizona, where will be a good place?
Past that.
Okay, so that's it.
Okay. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here today. Taking a ride with me. And I'll see y'all. I'll see you soon. Hold up. Day. It's lost for us.